All right. All right, let's do this thing up here. There we go. All right. I'll be shocked if anybody hops on here today. Weather outside is frightful, and the car is not very delightful. I'll back a little more. All right, dastardly date, dude. I tell you, I don't know what it is. It's like you are like just on it. As soon as I go live, man, there you are. So I want to drive over to the park, and I want to try to fly maybe one battery today. The roads are snow covered and ice covered. Ah, yeah, the phone. You got all your notifications going. That's what it is. This is treacherous. Ahem. Sunday morning, and it is nasty out. Nowhere near as nasty as farther north, but more nasty than I want it to be. Oh yeah. Yeah, the main roads are even white. That's a great sign. Won't be going nowhere today. Woo, there we go. So yeah, we're gonna drive over here in the treachery. Let's see if we can set this up where you guys can see my drive. Here we go. Give you all a view of the road. It's not too bad. It's far better than farther north, that's for sure. But probably the worst that we've had so far. But usually February is the worst. So yeah, it's fun stuff. At least there's not many people out. That's a good thing. But yeah, this is where I go to fly. You see it's pretty close where I live. Doesn't take but just a couple to get over here. That's why I like it. But oh, you can see the flag. I don't know if you guys can see the flags or not. The flags are blowing. That means it's going to be cold. So I'm going to get everything ready in the car when I get over here. Fly a quick one and be done, I think. So today we're trying out a couple things. So the thing that we're trying out first is I adjusted my tune on my quad. It's probably going to fly like crap, but I just want to test something just to see. And then the other thing is I made an adjustment to this box on the inside. If you all saw the picture on the community tab, I don't know if you did or not, but if you saw that, what I basically did was I raised the screen up a little bit. So with the screen being raised up a little bit, then it should make the view a little better without having to zoom it on YouTube. We'll see. My concern is it may or may not be focused well. We'll see. I don't know. Depends on how well the camera on my phone can deal with it. Get everything out of the back here. All right. Turn my transmitter on.
Welcome to OpenTX.
Welcome to OpenTX. All right, get my little heater going on that thing. Sit it here for a second. And let's get the quad over here where I can get to it. All right. So, same quad as the other day. The only thing I did was I tweaked the tune. I basically made it match my Juicey Build. I don't think it's going to fly well, but I want to test something. We'll see. So basically what the result is lowering the PIDs way down. So generally speaking, that's not been a good thing with race flight and these heavier builds. But it did well with the other one, but it's got a lot more power. So flying that, but not what I'm seeing at my window right now. Yeah. Yeah, it's not too bad. The problem is it's freezing cold, man. The wind is bitter cold. That's the problem. The snow doesn't bother me, but the wind is what gets you. That's the part I don't like. So let's get this thing going here. Where's my antenna? My antenna. Where are you? Where is my antenna? Well, maybe flying with a different antenna. Let's get a battery out. That'll work. And well, we'll use this antenna. Not what I normally use. I must have left the other one at the house. Sure, I got the right kind. Yeah. We'll make sure we got that proper type of antenna, those SMAs and not RP SMAs. All right, there we go. It's good. Oh, I got 5 people on. Y'all snowbound. Oh. Yeah, I was seeing a picture from, or a few pictures from my wife's cousin. She lives in Parma, Ohio. That's just a little bit outside of Cleveland, right there, basically. Might as well be Cleveland. And yeah, they got a ton of snow. And you guys up around that way, near Parma, Cleveland, yep. Yeah, so she had a good bit of snow. She sent some pictures last night while it was downpouring. Oh, all that stuff you go down, you'll be looking for, babe. Oh, yeah, if it's deep. So this isn't too bad, and the goal is don't crash. So my my goal is to not do anything crazy. So we'll see how that goes. I did turn it on right. Yeah. All right. Dismiss my notification. There we go. Let's see here. Yeah, you don't want to go down in this stuff, man. That is no fun. It's like going down in a field of grass, big deep grass. All right, we are on, I think. Let's see here, see what you all, oh, I gotta flip that. I gotta turn that screen on. Hang on. Turn the screen on here. All right. That is on. Yep, it's got a signal. Barely. Alright, that is on. Sorry for looking at my side of my door there. Alright, I'm going to sit this outside. Let me flip it around so this looks. It's going to be snowy, probably. Yeah. Alright, so when I go out there and I turn on the arm and stuff, the power will boost back up. It's just in tip mode right now. Alright. So, all right, get my glove. All right, this should be fun, as they say. I think I'm gonna sit this inside the door here. Maybe, I don't know how well that'll work. Probably been blocking your all signal. We'll see. Hopefully it doesn't block your all signal too much with the car. But we'll see how that goes. All right. All right. Put this on some gravel. All right. Let me arm it here so y'all can get a video feed. All right. We are armed. All right. Let's fly a little bit here in the cold and the snow. Let's see how bad she flies with this tune. I'm not expecting good things, but we'll see. There we go. Actually, not too bad. Yeah, you can tell there's a little bit of, yeah, see that shake? I don't know if y'all can see the shake or not, but that's not the wind. That is being slightly undertuned. Slightly undertuned. It's not terrible. Just a slight adjustment I think would be good. Been experimenting with this whole tuning a little less sharp than what I have in the past. And I'm finding I kind of like the feel of it. The little bit of the, I didn't like the little loose feel before, but I kind of like the, I'm getting to where I kind of like the loose feel. Yeah, it's not too bad. It definitely needs tuned from this.
30.
The other tune, when I was watching back my video, I was hearing all the oscillations in it. And that's why I didn't like. You all didn't see them, but I could definitely hear them. Yeah, it's definitely sharpened up just a little bit from here. So this tune, if you're familiar with FlightOne, is the RC12 tune, which is way under tuned typically for FlightOne, recent FlightOne stuff. But hard to see with all the white too. Makes it hard to tell where you're at sometimes.
10. 9.
Yeah, overall it feels pretty good.
8.
It's not terrible.
7.
Not terrible. But anyway, so that RC12 tune is, it's way under tuned. I mean, like the P's are like in the 30s.
4.
Which typically you have on FlightOne these days, you have like in the 50s at a minimum.
2. 1.
So, but it works well
Time
for a couple of things. One, that high power tuner works pretty well on, but even that it's not great. But what I've noticed is it helps with being smoother with certain maneuvers. But it's definitely under tune on this one. This one's too heavy for it, so it needs a bit of a boost there. Alright, let's go over and land, try to land somewhere not too snowy. Oh, there's pretty good. There we go. Alright. Not too shabby. Oh. I kind of wanted to see how that worked. How did the screen look on their I'll watch the radio counting port. So I've got a throttle percent timer, and what it does is, if you're not familiar with it, I've got a time set for like a minute or something the other on throttle percent. So if I was at 100% throttle, the counter would go at exactly 1 minute. So if I'm at 50% throttle, then it counts at like, you know, half that speed. And if I was at a quarter of that speed. And so basically what that allows me to do is, in addition to my battery monitor, to have kind of a gauge to know when my battery is going to be getting low. So you kind of have to toy with it and figure out about how long works for you. So I've got mine set kind of under typically, so that when it starts counting down, then I start paying more attention to my battery. It's set at a time that I can pretty much fly it all the time, and then once it counts down, then I know I need to be looking at my battery at that point to watch it. You know, if I'm really been aggressive, then I probably need to go ahead and land. If I've been kind of just cruisy, then I've got a little bit longer that I can fly. So that's kind of what I use it for. I got that tip from Stinger Swarm way back when. He made a video, and that was what he was using at the time, and I kind of played around with it, and I kind of liked it. So yeah, so I use it for both, kind of going how long to fly and to start watching for my battery. So that's what that's for. And so it was counting down. When it gets down to the last so many seconds, it starts counting down. Oh, I may fly one more. Let me grab a pack. It's not too bad with this glove on. Let me grab one more here. Let's see. Oh. All right. Take this battery off. See what else you guys are saying here. Oh, goodness. All right. What else we got going on here? Yeah, definitely. Does it good. I'm glad that worked out pretty well. So it makes it a lot easier on the fool with figuring out the zoom. I had to figure out the zoom one time basically to get the right height to raise it inside. So that was what I was looking to do. All right, let's pop this sucker on here. There we go. Let's flip you all around again. All right, set this thing out here. Get a little snowy snow. So even when I'm not going to post the video for myself or for anybody else, I record it on the GoPro mainly so I can go back and kind of review it to see, you know, what I didn't hear or, you know, what I didn't see. So, all right, let's fly one more here. Call it a morning. All right. Definitely cold, but standing behind the door that's blocking the wind and with my little glove on here, it's not too shabby. So let's just cruise around here. See what we got here. Cruising this one, get a little close to the sign there. Whoo, that wind, it's cold. It's coming from another direction now. Yeah, it's fun, fairly decent here. All things considered. There's that shake. That's what I gotta go back to and fix the tune on. So the tune I had before was with a lot weaker motors. And so with these motors, it needs to be dialed back. So I figured I would just go way back and tinker with that just to see what type of difference it makes. And interestingly enough, these motors are definitely a lot more powerful than the other ones, so it's not nearly as bad. If I was running this tune with those other motors, it would be unflyable because the motors just don't have enough oomph. And so if you've got low PIDs, then let's see what it looks like out that way. It's kind of cool. Give you all a view of the area here. Stay at my 399 feet mark. Try not to push the battery too much in this cold. Definitely don't want it sagging out too much when you're up 300 feet. Whew, that wind is cold. Cold, cold, cold. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring this thing in here. Whoa, man! Shoo. That is bitter. Woo. Okay, a few flurries till you coming down. All right. So, flip you all around here. There we go. Grab the thing. Woohoo! So, that was fun. Hopefully the 4 or 5 of you that was on here enjoyed hanging out with me for a few this morning. Oh, let's see if I missed anything while I was there. Forgive me, but what are my rates? Oh, so my rates, basically, so if you're flying like beta flight, it's going to be a bit different, but I'm just going to give you kind of the degrees per second. So I fly with like 667 degrees of rates on roll, pitch, and yaw. All of them are the same. So pretty low, realistically, for a lot of people, but I find them, they work pretty well for me. I used to fly really high rates, and I've gradually kind of dialed those back down little by little by little by little. And yeah, so I like them pretty well. Turn this back off now. What else we got? Snow blow. Woohoo! Have fun, Dave. Enjoy. Let's see here. Yeah, freezing rain on top of the snow. Yeah, it's about to get my doors open this morning because of it had rained yesterday. It poured the rain all day yesterday, and then it gradually got colder. So that, of course, turned to ice. And then 182 or 111. So let's see, 80 and 1 gives you right at 1,000 degrees. So yeah, you're pretty snappy with 111 and 0.82. I used to fly about around there, so that's probably, what is that, 1,100 degrees or something. I like what I find with the lower rates, and there's a balance to it. If you go down, well, you do the tune live. When I get some better weather, yeah, I'll do some tuning live on it. I'll bring the computer and stuff, and we'll do a little tuning. I'll do that at some point. But yeah, so what I'm finding with the lower rates, and there's a balance to it. If you go too low, of course, then you can't do certain things. But it gives you a lot more resolution on your sticks. So for me, that works out a lot better. I like being able to move my stick a whole lot and not have to move just a little bit. It's a lot more place. I think it's a big part of why a lot of racers like lower rates is jittery fingers, and you can be a lot more aggressive on the stick and not have as much feedback. So it allows you to hit gaps better, that sort of thing. So, but there's a balance there, you know, with freestyle, where you want to have some of that really super snap, and then sometimes you don't want that super snap. It's a balance. So I don't know what else we got. A few more people in here. Carpenter Rick. Yeah, snow. How about you guys got some snow up that way, don't you? Top chat. Trying to figure this live thing here. Shoo. What time is it? Yeah, it's a matter of what you like and what you get used to. So I recommend playing around with it, you know. There's no harm in kind of playing around and see what you think. And you can't really just do it like once or twice. You really got to you got to kind of go in and say, all right, I'm going to commit to this for, you know, a little while and see what you like and what you don't like about it. And don't go like, you know, like all out and drop them way down, kind of a little bit at a time, and see if easing off of them just a little bit smooths out any of your flying, if it helps or not, if it makes it worse or not, you know. But yeah, for me, it's worked out pretty well, but it's been a long journey. I mean, it's been probably over a year that I've been dropping my rates little by little by little by little. And mainly seeing if I notice the difference. Typically, you don't even notice the difference. If you drop them a little bit at a time, you won't even notice it. And before long, you're way down and you smoothed out quite a bit with your control. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, give it a try. Fairly loose, but haywire. That's funny. So on my sticks, my throttle is like as loose as it can go, and all the other sticks I have as tight as they'll go. So I saw like Willie's video about stick stuff, and he likes his like all super loose. And I don't know if I'd like that or not. I might try it sometime. It's not as easy to try though with the Tyrannus, because you got to take the thing apart, and so it's not something you want to mess with. You got to kind of figure it out and then just kind of live with it as far as your sticks. And to me, even the tightness on the Tyrannus at the tightest point is still kind of loose. So, woo, that wind's cold. All right, guys, I'm gonna get some breakfast. You guys have a great day. If you go to church, enjoy it. And that's where I'm gonna be heading here in a little bit. And I will talk to you guys in a future video. I'll try to do a tuning on this thing if the weather breaks sometime this week, and do that live. That should be kind of